2,000 requests received for 246 police posts. Tobago wants 4 posts. PNM pushback. Despite the message telegraphed to Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander by People's National Movement, PNM, pushback on a police post construction in his Tunapuna constituency, Alexander battled on Thursday night, hands-on, alongside work on the Grand Bazaar Interchange police post. And work's also ongoing at the Tobago flyover, among the first of the 30 units targeted for a December Christmas gift completion. Named locations include 10 south-central areas, with more to be identified. However, a deluge of 2,000 requests from people and entities for 246 posts, confirmed by authorities, has indicated a high public response to government's initiative, which presented tangibles to cope with crime challenge. Requests include from Belmont, Morvant, and Tobago, which wants 4 posts. PNM pushback is, however, holding government firmly to account, lest it breaks the law the posts are expected to uphold. Following government's 2 states of emergency SW, the plan appears to hint the current SW won't be extended after its September 13th deadline, and contingencies are being prepared to cover TNT against a possible post-SOE crime surge. Beyond police army presence, the initiative seeks the wide outreach embrace of communities, security officials say. And we end surrendering on construction. Work apace. If a post is part of a house's structural foundation, they said police posts will offer that support, an extra hand, to community residents, particularly elderly and youths requiring assistance. Deepening of public relationships with law enforcement is particularly geared to improve rapport with the TNT police service, a long-coveted goal. Alexander recently said the police post plan, part of government's anti-crime program, is an introduction of the Zones of Special Operations framework, which is among anti-crime program elements. ZOSO legislation, which required a special majority vote for passage, was defeated in the Senate in January. Defeated bills can be returned to Parliament after 6 months. While police posts and TPS Army personnel may not require ZOSO legislation, it's ahead what else from the ZOSO framework government seeks to pass law on, likely via simple majority vote, when Parliament resumes just before September 13th SW end. Government security thrust is also expected to receive assistance from the United States' recently launched Joint Task Force Western Hemisphere, JTFWHEM, complementing the work of the 18-nation America's Counter-Cartel Coalition, which involves TNT. It integrates military capabilities with the 18 nations, increasing operational effectiveness against regional security threats. U.S. Ambassador-designate Jennifer Johnson-Carroll, whose comments acknowledged TNT's crime and energy problems, noted the good relationship which the U.S. is experiencing with TNT right now. Beyond data center AI and steel plant plans, TNT's deepening links with U.S. ally Israel also earned the country positive spotlight, with Israel's offers and negative from Palestine and Muslim spokespersons. The U.S., TNT, Israel circle mirrors developments in Venezuela, which, in July, hosted a top U.S. delegation discussing security energy plans, and which also strengthened links with Israel, which is now assisting that country's post-earthquake restructuring. U.S. and Israeli thrusts with TNT and Venezuela have therefore reinforced the U.S. footprint in the hemisphere. The PM's announcement of the police posts deftly shifted attention to a positive development after the messages government received from heckling of the culture minister and UTT chairman at last Saturday's African Emancipation Day celebrations, and PERSID, the Cesar's rebuke, blanking subsequent celebrations. In case United National Congress members' reactions to the recent Hadid Sabga detentions were flat, Persad, the Cesar fought back the heckling with dog whistles, of division to her supporters, promoting it as PNM weaponization of the event. Continuing, in turn, to weaponize the C-word race bogey, despite furor over Star Sabga's alleged use. Raising concerns regarding upcoming independence celebrations in Port of Spain, now perceived as ground zero for testing government. After government's 15 months, if it wasn't clear before feedback was muttered, stupsed, posted, heard in lines or public transport, vented, ranted, or intercepted, African Emancipation Day heckling brought home to government that certain links are broken, even if members remain loyal, and that government's numbers may have a bigger deficit than the 2027 budget now in final preparation. Beyond joblessness and stagnant economy, government faces the combined fallout from the Hadid Sabga matter and PN mites returning home. How effective the police post plan is, how it aids government's recoup, and PNM's response remain ahead.